Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Collection Selection Saturday. I do apologize for yesterday. I had a weird headache that just would not go away. It kind of felt like an ice pick in my eyeball. It was weird and I really didn't like it. So I couldn't concentrate on a whole lot yesterday, so I didn't do a whole lot yesterday. I did finally finish up the Rainbow Mushroom Girl, as you saw. I did do a speed color of it and I did post it at the start of this video. So if you are just coming in now, it is at the start of the video. I was going to post it last night, but by the time I got it done, it was really late and I didn't want to fiddle with it. So I'm going to run through and say hello to everybody. Hello, Danielle. Hello, Hippie. Jamaican Hippie, do you prefer to be called the Jamaican Hippie, or do you have something you would rather be called? Or, because I can call you the Jamaican Hippie, I don't mind at all. Hello, Carol. Hello, B. Hello, Mandy. I am missing you. Yes, I am much better today. Thank you very much for asking. Good morning, Alex. Hello, hello, hello. I am testing a new camera. So if the video is off or anything, the color is off or anything, please let me know. It's just my main camera. So, you know, we are going to test a new camera. So we did finish this one. This one is all done. This is Allison Neal Designs. These are 2 freebies that she has available on her website that I have posted on previous videos. I forgot to post it on this one. So make sure that you go over and check out her freebies. Okay, and I have seen you before, and I am so glad to see you again. I know you lurk a lot, but I am happy to see you in an actual stream. Thank you for coming. Hello, Catherine. Good afternoon, dear. Hello, Jen. Good afternoon. How is your visitor? How is your company? I'm surprised actually to see you. All right, so today we have a couple of choices to make. Who's ready for the choices? Not that you haven't seen them already before. So we finished this one, and we have our next one is either Nori Art Designs. These are AI created and hand reworked. So basically it's created on an AI and then she goes through and adds things or cleans things up. Or Noam Levi is a designer in our Facebook group. And in our Facebook group, we are having a celebration of our artists that are in the group, and she is one of the ones that is in the group. So if you are going to be coloring along, Bill's keeping him busy. Awesome. So if you are coloring along, this one will, either one of these will get you into the Celebrate the Artists event. So we have 2 different ones that we're going to vote on today, as well as our cauldron. So we have our cauldron of selection here, our collection cauldron. This has all the colored pencils in it that I own, and I will be pulling from that. So hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you out there. If anybody goes over to Amazon Tammy's, she usually streams after I do. It is her birthday today, so happy birthday, Tammy. I know it was probably yesterday for you, being out in Australia, but it is today for me, so happy birthday. All right, so we are going to thank you. I love it too. Bob had a friend of his redesign it for me. It's got little coloring books and colored pencils all floating around in the top of the cauldron. It's awesome. All right, so we're going to do a poll. And page for the week. Page of the week. So Nori Art or Noam Levi. Those are our options. And there is our poll. So we will do the poll. Get everybody voting. So we have Nori Art or Noam Levi. Noam Levi is a person that is in our Facebook group, and this does qualify us for the Facebook challenge of Celebrate Our Artists. So it's celebrating every artist or any artist that is in our Facebook group. And we have a lot of them, so you're not limited to just a few. There's actually quite a few well-known and fantastic, absolutely fabulous artists in our group. Nori Art, like I said, is a new thing to me, and our wonderful Catherine has purchased the set for me so I can color it, and I just love it. I'm not sure, I don't care. I just love it. It's fantastic. Oh, I'm sure Andrew's lurking around there too. I do too. I love the little house. It's just the cutest thing ever. Lots of people want to be cool like Bob when they grow up. All of Alex's kids do. Okay, so we have Nori Art or Noam. Noam. I'm going to get her name right one day. So how is everybody today? How is your weekend going? Do you have any cool plans for the weekend? What's everybody doing today? Other than watching me make a silly fool of myself. Oh, okay. Well, fine. Tell him I say hello. And I still love him no matter what. Outside watching something else. Oh, he should be inside coloring with you. I don't have monkeys, so. Oh, nice. Yes, please do. Please do. Um, Mandy, I'm not sure if you're part of the Discord group, but if you want to hit exclamation point Discord, you can post all your pictures and everything else in the Discord as well, which would be awesome because I love seeing them. Ooh, nice. Off to the library. Hopefully the weather holds out for you. Oh no, Catherine, I'm sorry. I hope they feel better soon. I know it sucks when the husband is sick as well as the children. That's like 3 big babies in the house. You finished book 16 yesterday. Wow, that's a lot of books. All right, so this has been running for long enough. It's been running for 4 minutes. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes because there's only 9 votes in there. So everybody else that's not voted, he does, doesn't he? I saw a bunch of your pictures on your Facebook page, and he's just adorable. So everybody in Lurker land, get your votes in. Either Nori Art or Noam Levi. Noam is a line art, and Nori Art is an AI generated with a hand reworked art, and both are gorgeous. Oh no, I'm sorry, Catherine. Of course you will. Gotta pop into Hobby Lobby. What's the point of going to the library if you don't go to Hobby Lobby? It's just across the street, you know. All right, so we're going to call that poll, and it seems that Nori Art has won. So Nori Art is going to be the art that we color this week. Hopefully we'll get both done, but I might even do a poll on which one we start first, depending upon the pencils. So I've got the cauldron. Let's see what the cauldron says. Let's see what the cauldron says. The cauldron says, stir it up, reach to the bottom. Ooh, it's a small one. Let's see. Who's ready? Who's ready? Who wants to see? Should we peek? I'm going to slowly open it. I'm not even going to look myself. It is like the Magic 8 Ball. So we have the Colleen colored pencils, which is fantastic because I haven't colored with them in a while. And I love the Colleens. So I'm going to grab my swatch book and pull out the Colleen swatch so we can take a look at the pencils. Then we'll pull out the pencils and get started. And it's a good thing that Mandy is able to be here. She's the reason why I have the Colleens, because she enabled me to put them on my list. So we have the Colleen colored pencils. And we're going to grab the Colleens off the shelf. All right. You gotta breathe, breathe. Drum roll. Yeah. Hello, Kim. Welcome, welcome. So the Colleens are in this wonderful bag here with these monsters. And they are a lovely, lovely set of pencils. All right. Very, very nice set of pencils. They are in with my Cretacolor massive pencils. If you have not seen the Cretacolor Megas, they are huge. Just saying. All right, so we've got the pencils there. We've got our swatch here. So as you can see, they are numbered all the way down the line here. I do believe they have a color name on them, but I can't read it, so I just go with the number. And I have put them into color order the way I like it. And that's what we'll be using. All right, so we're going to do Nori Art with the Colleens. Now, where did I put my lid? There it is. No, this one doesn't do that. Although, Hello, Yana. Welcome. Good morning and good afternoon and all that fun stuff. Nice, Alex. All right. So I am going to. Which one should we color? The house or the girl? The house or the goddess? Let's see. Should we do a poll? Let's see. I can't do a poll from there. I closed something, so. Do one more poll and then we'll get started. All right. The question is the house or the, I think she's a fairy. The house or the fairy is the poll of the day. Both, yes, both. You're always wanting to do both, and we will do both at some time, but where do we start? She always says both, just for the fun of it, just to drive me crazy. I love the house too. I really want one too. It's just so cute. It's adorable. So let's get our votes in, people. 8 votes in there. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So far, the house is winning at 100%. Wow. That doesn't go in the cauldron because the cauldron only carries colored pencils. So it seems the house wins. It is at 100%. Everybody get your bowl in. You could, but it wouldn't work. Nice try, though. All right. So we're going to end the poll and call it for the house. All right. So I'm going to switch you over to the close-up camera, and we're going to get started on the house. Let us start on the woodwork. Let us see. I kind of really want to do it in some pretty blues because this set has a fantastic set of blues. So let's start with 312. I don't know why, but I really want to do this house in blues. All right, I'm going to sharpen my pencil. I must say that the Colleens don't like hand sharpening. You missed the coloring the startup video for the last picture and the poll for this picture and the pencils. We're using the Colleen pencils. This is Nori Art. She can be found on Etsy. I will be posting the links and everything else in the video after the video airs, after we're done. So if you want the links to Nori Art in Etsy, I will be putting those down in the description after the video starts up. Hello, Della. Welcome, Susan, and work and lurk, my dear. Yeah, you missed her trying to get Alex in trouble. She's trying to get Alex to do her dirty work. Like I said, she was trying. So I'm just putting in the shadows with this number 312. We are using the Colleen colored pencils today. And they are, I like the Colleens. They are such a nice pencil. Hello, Lady R. Hello, Renee with 2 E's from Renee with 1 E. Excuse me. I swallowed the wrong way. Hello, Renee with her name spelled the right way. I was always jealous of people when I was in school, of people named Renee that had their name spelled with 2 E's. As a grown-up, I'm not, but as a kid, I was, because my French teacher told me that my name was spelt wrong. Ah, very cool. I did not know that. I will have to look at them. I may have some in the wrong color families. Hello, Pamela. I am never wrong. My French teacher was wrong because my name is spelt perfectly fine for me. My French teacher should not have told me that my name was spelt wrong. It was rude. Not very nice. So I'm just going through and coloring all the shadow areas of the wood with this darker teal blue. Yeah, no, my mom named me after a man, so I think anyway. Never positive on anything anymore. I'm short, not petite anymore, but I'm short. All right, I think we have most of the woodwork all done there. So the next one that I want to use is 303. If I can find it. There it is. And we're just going to come in off of the shadows. Oh yeah, I've seen it spelled so many ways. I have been called Rini, um, Rena. Yeah, there's so many different ways of pronouncing and spelling it. I used to say they were all wrong. So we are using number 303. Just filling in and finishing off. The shadow areas here. It doesn't matter to me if it's Queen in Spanish. I just don't want to be called it because it's not my name. It's getting into all of those little tiny areas, making sure that we don't color any of the floral works there. And of course I have this printed at 1/4 scale or 1/2 scale, 1/2 scale. So it's seeing into those little details is a little bit more difficult, but that's okay. We like a challenge. Nothing wrong with a good challenge. Yes, we are using the Colleen colored pencils, Karamia. That is what the cauldron told us to use. All right, and now last but not least is our lightest color, which is going to be number 300. No, actually they're about the same size as other pencils. They are I do believe a Japanese or a Chinese pencil. I think they're Japanese though. You can find them on AliExpress. Every once in a while you can find them on Amazon. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mandy. Mandy's the one that told me about them and enabled me to put them on my wish list, which my husband bought me for Christmas. So, I think, was it this year or was it my birthday? One of those holiday things when they were still available on Amazon. They layer very, very nicely and very smoothly, so they are a very, very nice pencil. That's a little light there. Oh, nice. Okay. Not used to typing on the desktop. Thank you for sharing that information, Mandy. I appreciate it. I'm glad you were here today because you know more about these pencils than I do. And I would have had to tell everybody, hold on a second, let me ask Mandy. All right. Thank you. Just going to go back through with the number 312. Reestablish a few of the shadow areas that the light blue may have taken over. All right. I don't know why, but this house screamed to be blue. I don't know why. It just did. Okay. And I think that's it for the blue colors. I'm debating on what colors to do the window frames and the door. Alright, there we have our blue house. Now we're going to add some greens for this area here. And we're going to start with a blue-green coming into it, so number 204. So we're going to come in with a blue-green first. And I may use blue-green colors for the windows and doors. I just want to see how well it looks together first. Just want to transition from that blue into the green. Like that. And then we're going to take number 220. Okay, put you through the sharpen. Yeah, I think it's fine. And we're just going to come in and we're going to do our shadows. Defining the leaves as we come down the roof line. Hello, blue. Yeah, for New Zealand, that would definitely be cheaper to get them that way. Alright, now we're going to use number 201. Well, first we're going to use 202 and then we'll use 201. So this is number 202. And come off of that dark areas. Transitioning a little bit more green into the blue. Like so. They do blend so nicely. All right, now we're going in with number 201. Okay. And I am thinking I might transition into the roof line with the greens as well. So I think we're going to use these 3 greens as well for the roof tiles. So let's start with number 220 in our dark areas. This is a darker green. Yeah. It's just green, dark green. I went from the blue-green into the green here, but there's no blue coming into this part of the house roof line, so I'm not transitioning it with the blue-green. So I'm just using a dark green for now, and then we'll use a medium and then a light. I'm pressing a little bit harder in the darker areas, getting that really dark green in there with the shingles. Hello, Connie. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Della. As I get closer into the lighter areas, I'm lifting my hand a little. And I'll be going over those areas with that medium green. I just want to map in the shingle areas. using the darker pressure and putting in the darker areas. Itch on my nose. How are you doing, Connie? I'm sorry if I go all quiet. I'm just trying to get into little fiddly areas. I must say this picture is very, very clear. It's very, very nice to color. There's not a lot of areas where you're not sure what things are. Missed a spot here on the wall. Ah, nice late dinner. Yes, I do. Sometimes. Sometimes I bite my tongue. It all depends upon what I'm doing. Alright. Believe me, if I bit my tongue, I wouldn't be quiet anymore. Alright, so now we're going to go in with number 202 into our medium areas. Alright. Fiddly bits, fiddly bits. And I'm just going through, extending that shadow, filling in the areas that are deeper grade. So because this is a grayscale, the artist has given me direction on what needs to be light, what needs to be dark, and what needs to be a medium tone. So I'm just following that direction. Hello, Frederica. Absolutely, Kim. Let the puppy out. Best to let the puppies out when they need to go out, or you have a mess. Alright, gonna come down through here, extending those branch lines and the leaf lines there. Like so. Thank you, I appreciate that. Alright, now we're going to do number 201, which is our lightest green. This is Nori Art. It's available on Etsy, and it is a new to me artist. I don't know how new she is, but she is an AI generated artist. She generates her art through AI and then hand details it. And our lovely Catherine purchased me the book so that I could color in it. I like promoting new to me artists that I've never seen before, and I know that there's at least one person on Facebook that's been coloring these and actually is absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous work with them, and enabled me to look her up. But I've only ever seen one person coloring the work, and I just really wanted to show people that it's absolutely beautiful, beautiful coloring pages. Awesome! Hello, Mama Mona. Mama Mona. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm so glad that you were here, Mandy, for this one, like I said. And it was so fitting that the Colleens were pulled completely by random, by, just so you know. That was not planned at all for you. Although I couldn't have planned it better. Again, coming through with number 220. And I apologize if my camera is making these greens look odd. Unfortunately, that's one thing that my close-up camera does. I will switch over to the other camera after I'm done the roof line here, just so you can see the different colors blended together here. Hello, Diane. Uh, it is Nori Art, N-O-R-I, Art. And if you give me just a second here, I will see if I can pull up her Etsy account, because I don't remember if I posted it in the Nightbot. So. The Colleens, I do believe, are a oil base, but I'm not positive on that. Um, Mandy, you can answer that one for me, please. Pretty, please. All right. And there is Nori's Etsy account for those that want to take a look at her artwork. Yeah, they could be wax. They do blend really, really nicely. They are quite a smushy pencil with a nice bit of bite to them, I guess. Like I say, I am not well versed in them. I haven't had the opportunity to color with them a lot. Yeah, so they probably are wax. Sorry about that. I'd have to look them up. Mandy told me about them and said that I had to have them, so they went on the list. When Mandy tells me I have to have something, it goes on the list. she's my Kiwi enabler. My AliExpress list is purely Mandy's fault. Sorry, Mandy, throwing you under the bus here. But I don't mind at all. I like being informed and enabled and shown new things that are pretty. And pencils are just pretty to me, so. I do have the information on the back of my chart. I'm just not looking at it right now. I do believe I put it all on the back of the chart when I did the swatching. I just know they're pretty pencils and they work really nice. All right. Pencils are so pretty. Just going through with number 202, extending the dark shadowed areas and filling in areas that are medium shadowed. Like I said, the creator has given us the direction to follow, and I'm just following that direction. And with having a clear picture, it actually makes it really, really nice to follow. And if these are meant for school children, then those school children are spoiled. Like, these make Crayolas, look like they're made for toddlers. Just saying. Of course. You got those out for me, Mom. I gotta warm them up for you. She's just making sure they're nice and warm and soft. I'm not sure which cat it is, so. I don't know if I have a link in there, but I can see if I can bring them up. Hold on 1 second. And I have the 120s. Yay, they're available on Amazon again. Goody goody. I gotta get At some point, got to get a spare set. There you go. There is the link for the Colleens. And it is an affiliate link. If you utilize the link, it does give me a couple of pennies towards the channel. Just a disclaimer that I have to say every time I use my affiliate link, because Amazon said so. Yes, exactly. They feel like almost a little bit softer than the Faber-Castell Eco Color, the Black Barrel 100s that I have. They're a little tiny bit softer than them, but they blend and just glide on the paper just as well as the Eco Soft. The classics are a little bit harder, the Faber-Castell classics, but they still color beautifully. All right, I'm going to take my brush and dust off any dust I have. Sorry, not sorry. You are welcome. Just going to come in here, fill in that shadow. I do at some point. Hopefully they'll still be available next year, because I do have to order a backup set, because this set's starting to get a little tiny bit shorter in some of my favorite colors. And I've only used them a few times, but that's because I use certain colors a lot in certain pictures. In the picture I did used these for, I used a lot of one or two colors, and greens are one of those ones that I use a lot of. Now going in with 202, that was 220. This one is 202. And the lighter one is 201. Thank you so much for coming in. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, Connie, and enjoy the weekend. And this is number 201. Thank you so much for popping by. Coming out of lurker mode. I appreciate you. All right, and there we have our roof line done. I posted it in the chat at the up a little bit higher. It's here, I will pin it. Maybe. I can't pin it. But it is up in the chat a little bit higher, Danielle. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the greens are the 2s, the blues are the 3s. It's awesome. All right, going to switch it back over to the main camera here, just so that you can see how that looks so far. I'm just going to darken that up just a touch. This is going to wiggle just a bit. There we go. That's perfect. I love this new camera. It's awesome. Oh, you are fine. You are fine. Jan or Alex, if you can scroll up and copy the link, that'd be awesome. If not, I will have to put it on Nightbot. I can't remember if I did. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Haha. It is beautiful, isn't it? I would love to move into it. So I'm thinking of doing the edging around the windows and doors in the green and leaving the center areas, these areas, maybe doing them with a very, very pale green. What do you guys think? Oh, you're fine, Jen. If you can pin that, that'd be awesome. I can't pin it through the program that I'm using, so what do you guys think? Using the dark green for these parts here, and the medium light green for the door, and then using a very, very pale sage green for pale sage green for the internals. What do you guys think? Okay. I'm going to switch over to the close-up, and we're going to get started on the edges here. We're going to do the edging of the windows in the darker greens and the center areas of the windows in a pale sage green. So this windowsill here, okay. And there's a windowsill in here somewhere. In here. Welcome, Bob. I'm using 220 to start, and then I'm going to go into, let's see, 211 is a little too dark. So I use 220 because those two are a little bit too dark for me. And then for the inside, I'm going to use um, 217. So the inside areas here are going to be I'm going to use 217 and 218. Yeah, a little bit bluer. Yeah. So for the rooftops, I used 220, 202, and 201. For the windows, I'm going to use the 220 and the 202. And then for the inside of the windows, the inside frame of the windows, I'm going to use these two, 217 and 218. And I missed a bit of blue in there, but that's a little bit dark there. And then a medium. No, this one I think is, well, it might be. I'm not sure. I'd have to look. I think it is the Fairy Houses land. It's one of the Fairy Houses bundles. Where was I working? Over here. Lost where I was working. Hello, Dawn. Just going around the windowsill, window frame. So, all right, now we're going to do the door frame as well. Thank you. This picture makes it really easy to work quickly. All right. And then again with the 202. We're covering all of the larger areas first. We'll slow down a little bit more once we start doing the smaller details. Once we start getting into the little tiny details, that's when things are going to start slowing down. Now I'm just going to take 202 and come in here where the shadow is. because it's going to be our shadow color on here. All right. Now we're going to start with our smaller, lighter stuff. Awesome, Bonnie. I am sorry that your laptop died. Or your iPad. iPad. But it's good to have Bob as a subscriber too. Now Bob can watch when you're not. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Bob. Welcome back. All right, so now we're going to go in with number 218, which is our second darkest color here. Just going to extend that shadow out. Want to grab that again in through here. I missed a part of the door. The shadow here from the flower. All right, so extending the shadow with 218. Okay. All right, not a problem. I will keep that in mind. For Monday, I will make sure that I get Naomi's information and the Colleen information into the Nightbot so people can just bring it up on their own when they need to. All right, now we're going to go in with 217, which is our highlight color. And this part here, we're going to do, woo, we're going to just go flying across the room. We're going to do with the dark green. See, the door handles and the door frames. I don't believe that, Jen. I think you are a wonderful mod. All my mods are wonderful. All right. Just Going to finish that up. Like I said, we're just going to do all the really big bits today, and then we'll start getting a little bit slower doing the smaller bits as we go along. Okay. Yeah, no, you can't get out of it that easily. Nice try, though. All right, so we're going to come up into here, and we're going to start with number 218. And we're going to put that into the shadowy area up here. And through here. Now these areas are very small and very fiddly, so if you find that your pencil is taking over, you can definitely sharpen it to a finer point or just blend it and soften it with a white or a lighter color. And come in with that 217. Like so. And nah. You can try to block me. I don't know if it'd be possible, but it'd be interesting. It's a hostile takeover. I would believe that if Alex was at my doorstep and you were taking over the channel while I was answering the door, hijacking my channel. I would just assume you hit the wrong button. And then if you went suddenly very silent, then I'd ask you after the stream what happened. Ah, you guys are cute. Just need a little bit of this darker green here. So I'm using number 202, which is the medium tone green that I use for the roof line. For these areas back here in the deeper shadows. Now I'm using 218. And then 217 for our highlight areas. And then the same thing down here. I'm going to use the darker green. And sharpen it really fine though. Mandala Saturday, yeah. And I am sure that it was absolutely gorgeous. I have nothing against coloring mandalas or other people coloring mandalas. I think they're absolutely beautiful. I just don't enjoy coloring them myself, that's all. I get very, I guess the word is bored after the first couple of doing the exact same thing. You too. So number 218. And then number 217. There's a bit of a bush there hiding that. There. All right, so we've got all the windows done. Let's switch it on over to the main camera. So there is our house so far. We've just got the steps to do. And we've got half an hour still. My goodness. This is not taking very long at all. Ah, I see. I see. All right, so I'm just taking a couple of sips of coffee. My throat's getting a little dry. So we'll look at the pretty blue and green house for a couple of seconds here. And then we're going to start adding some color, some other colors, other than blue and green, because all we've used so far is blue and green. All right, so let's switch on back over to the close-up. And we're going to start with the windows. Let's start with the windows. Let's see, I need this one. I need this one for the front windows and this one for the back windows. So for the back windows, we're using number 302. And we're just going to fill in the windows. These are the darker windows because they're on the dark side of the house. Whip mods and lines. I'll have to make sure that Shannon is available on every Wednesday then, just to keep Jen in line. Don't make me tell Bob to get his butt in here. All right. Now the front windows where the light is hitting, so on this side here, we're going to use a lighter blue than on that side there. So just added the darker blue, now adding the lighter blue, blending it together. Because these are still a little bit dark, but they're not in full shadow, where these ones here have quite a bit of shadow. All right. Oh yeah, you need to see gold. You need to see Austin Powers just to get Goldfinger out of your head. And we're going to put a little bit of the darker blue in for the shadow. Like so. Same with up here. Now there's a reflection of the tree in the window on this one. So it's going to be reflected with that light blue. Which is cool. There we have the windows. And then for our steps, we're going to still continue with the green. So I'm going to take 220. Now the steps are going to be more of a gray-green as we move down. The first step is still a part of this frame, so it's going to have the frame colors in it. And then we're going to just start adding that shadow coming down those steps, because these steps are little stones, but we're going to put a little bit of green on them. And then we're going to add some gray-green to it. So the color I'm going to use to add to it is number 209. No, they're a very soft pencil. The Colleen's are quite a soft pencil. This is giving us that dirty green. That we want for the stairs. And then what other color do I want? There's another color in here that I wanted. 205, I think is the one. No, 605. I don't know why I said 205. 605. Just to add that little touch of green gray to them. And then we'll continue with that on the stepping stones. Just gotta sharpen the pencil. We're going to come down through the walkway here with the green gray. On these stepping stones here. And this is where we're starting to get into the fiddly stuff. And this is where concentration will start getting a little more, because as it lightens, as it progresses out and starts fading out, the edges of the stones and things like that start to lighten up. So now I'm going to use number 603. In between the stones and in the shadows of the stones. All right. All right, so we've got that one down. Now we're just going to put just a bit of dark brown in there. Yeah, it has a glorious range of pale greens. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous pale greens. So I'm using number 610, and that's probably a black. And I don't want the black. I want 508. 610 is a black gray. And I want a bit of a brown. This is 508. All right. Just going to come up under the pumpkin a little bit with it. Okie dokie. So there we have our, I'm going to come back through with 605 and just fill in a little bit of the white spot. I'm not going to fill in all of the white spot because they are stones, and stones are textured, and that white spot gives them that lovely texture. So just going to fill them in just a little bit like that. Hello, Christina. Nice. That's very cool. I did not know that she had a coupon on her website. Was it on her website or on her Etsy? I didn't realize that she had her own website, so. So if you want to purchase them, then yeah, there are no metallics, but that's okay. We don't need metallics. We can make metallic ourselves. Just saying. Yeah, no, there are no metallics in this set. Not even a silver. Number 512, we're going to color these pumpkins. Cool. Danielle, if you can post that link for her website itself in Discord, one of the girls can post it here in chat for everybody else. That'd be awesome. So I'm just going through the pumpkins here. With the dark orange. Awesome. Well, I hope you do well on your sleep study and they actually find some answers for you. I don't know why I said do well. It's not like you can do poorly at it, but you know, hopefully they can find some answers for you. Try not to cover up some of the flowers that are here with the pumpkin stuff. All right, I think I've got all the pumpkins. I have printed them on cardstock, yes. So I have printed these on the Nina cardstock. These are a digital product from Etsy. Well, mine are anyway. Yes, these are the Colleen colored pencils. They are available on Amazon. I have posted a link somewhere in the chat for them. And I will post the links for both Nori Art and the pencils in the description below the video after the live stream is finished. So I'm going through and adding number 202 to the stems of the pumpkins. You are welcome. All right. And that's all greenery there, flowers there, some flowers there. Okay. Just making sure that I know where everything is. All right. So let's do, how much time do we have left? Ooh, we've only got about 5 minutes left. So I'm going to do one of these flowers. So we're going to take some yellow. And this is number 403. And I'm just following the shadow lines. With the yellow. We're just going to take a bit of a deeper yellow, which is number 404. These are really easy to work with. They're very, very, very nice pencils, in my opinion anyway. All right. And then for the final one, we're going to use number 401. And all of these flowers, all the flowers that are daisy-like, will be colored with these three colors. And we will continue this on Monday. And then for the center, we're going to use our orange. Let's see, number 415. And then number 512, which is more of a brick burnt orange, but that's okay. That's what we want there. Just to give it a little bit of oomph, and then we'll use a little bit of 405. Just to give it a bit of a brighter smile there. All right, going to switch you over to the main camera here. Take a look at the page. And there we have it so far. So far there we have our little house. We've got the pumpkins done, we've got the walkway done, we've got one flower done, and we've got the house done. Awesome! So for anybody that does want to purchase the Nori art work, you can definitely take a look at it there on the link that Jen just posted. Okay, so that link, hold on a sec. That link goes to Rachel Mintz Publishing. So I don't believe Nori Art is a Rachel Mintz Publishing. Yeah, no, that is a Rachel Mintz. It's not Nori Art. The Colleen's are a softer pencil. Yeah, that I don't know where you got that one, Danielle, but that's not a Nori Art. Yeah, no, you're fine. Well, you can, of course, download them onto a flash drive and take them um, to any printer store, such as Staples, Officeworks, your local post office. I do believe UPS actually does it as well. FedEx does it. So you can definitely take this to a print shop and get them to print it out for you. If you take it to Staples or something like that, you can actually get it printed out and spiral bound at the same time. So, but yes, these are Nori art pictures. These are not Rachel Minsk. Rachel Minsk is a different company altogether. You can be heavy-handed with them, but you will use up the pencil quite a bit. All right, guys, with that, I would like to say thank you all very much for watching. We will, of course, continue with our Nori Art House and finish that off on Monday. On Wednesday, we will start on the Fairy Princess. And hopefully this week I will be able to finish it up on Thursday or Friday. And that will be our Nori Art Week. So again, thank you all very much for watching. Thank you all very much for coming and hanging out. Yeah, it is. They are a little bit harder than the Nione or the Phoenix. Softer than Faber-Castell. A little bit harder than not poly, Prismacolor. You know, that sort of thing. All right, everyone. Always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artists that you enjoy. And, you know, because it helps us out as well as our analytics lets other people come and visit us. There will be no mutiny mandalas, so just ignore that. And of course, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. I will be posting links to Nori Art Etsy as well as to the Colleen pencils below the video after we are done streaming. I am going to be heading over to Discord, so for anyone that wants to come hang out with me in Discord, you are welcome to do so. I will be there for a little while. Until next time, guys, bye-bye for now.